Hello. Hello. We got you a new toy. Got you a new toy. What's in the box? What do you think of that, Straubs? It's a new toy just for you. What do you reckon? You can go check it out? To catch all your dust. You can go and open the box. You scared of the box? Now, I don't normally do product reviews on this channel, as you will know. I do a lot of product reviews of tools on my other channel, but this is a bit different. We've purchased this for a bird, so that's why I'm doing the review. Just gonna unbox it and see what's in here. This is the Dyson Pure Hot and Cool Link Air Purifier Fan Heater. Does everything. So, for fine particles such as pollen, allergens and mold, outdoor air pollution, gases, benzene, formaldehyde and other volatile organic compounds. So this will help if you've got birds in your house. It'll help get rid of all the nasty things that a house lets off that aren't good for your bird to breathe. Or in our case, for our Galah, Straubs, it is to try and catch as much of his white, dandery, powdery stuff that he flicks everywhere every time he shakes and preens. To try and suck up as much of that as possible so we don't breathe it and so it doesn't end up all over the kitchen bench and everywhere else. So let's take a look inside the box. Instructions, get rid of that. Now this also, you can have an app for this particular thing, and with the app you can see how clean the air quality is in your house, and with the unit, set temperatures, turn timers on and off, that sort of thing. It's a flash little boxy bit just to hold the remote. The remote has got a curve on it, maybe you can see that on the camera, so that it sits with a magnet on top of your unit. And the unit itself. In the box, or just cardboard. Now it comes in two different colours in New Zealand anyway, and this is the dark black nickel one, the other's a sort of white and silver variety. Voila. So it has HEPA filters and carbon filters, like some sort of HEPA glass filter, and a graphite filter or something. The filter is in this unit here. Pushing down on that, it slides up over the top. And inside here you have the filter. Filters apparently last about a year. I don't know if it'll last that long with Straubs. Not sure how you get it out of there. Push it down on there. Have a look at that shortly. Might be able to clean it with an air compressor a bit, but 1 year and you're going to have to fork out about another $100 to get another filter. But that'll be worth it if it keeps all the crap off our bench. Oh, didn't realise they moved on there. So it's got a sexy tilt mechanism built into it there. And a rotating base as well. It feels motorized, so I probably shouldn't do that. So the tilt, not a huge tilt, but enough, I guess. So it sucks the air in the base, takes all the nasty things out of it, and then blows it back out with this fanless bladeless fan, I mean, out the front there. It actually has quite a bit of power, the ones that we looked at in the shop, and it goes right up to 37 degrees with the heating. Or you can have it on cooling. I don't know if it actually cools, I think it's just a fan. But we'll check that out soon when we plug it in. And we'll download the app on our phones and have a wee play and show you how that works. So we've had the machine about 10 days now, and here's the app on the phone. This is a graph of last Friday, and as you can see, the overall condition of the air was fair. It has settings from good, fair, poor, and very poor. So the green, you can set the different levels of what you think is appropriate or how much purification you want. We've got it set on the highest setting, so it will run more. So this green line at the bottom here, that is our setting. So when the machine's below that, the air quality is below that, the machine won't run, which basically means it's running just about all the time except for in the middle of the night. The machine runs, well, it doesn't run, it senses the air all the time. If it's plugged in, it's sensing the air and it's transmitting data back and graphing your air quality. And what I've found is when there's no air movement, i.e. in the middle of the night or when you're not at home, you're at work or anything, it's good. Hovers around near that line there and is fairly good. But when you start moving around, boof, it quickly shoots up. Also, when the unit is in the oscillating mode, it tends to stay on poor air quality much longer. I'm guessing that's because there's more air flowing over the sensors in the back of the unit, and therefore there's particles of dust and things constantly coming into contact with it, whereas when it's stationary, the air's got to move rather than the machine moving to get to the sensor. So as you can see here on my phone, Friday overall was fair. Now you can see here these blue line at the bottom, that is when the purifier is running. So if you look at that, purifier was running here and it was bad air quality. When I turned it off, air quality got better. And that's something I've noticed over the whole thing, so it's not the greatest in that regard. See, air purifier basically not running most of the day, running for a very small period of time there, boof, up shoots the poor air quality, running again here, bang, bad air quality. And that is a trend that has continued all week. On, bad air quality, turn it off, air quality slowly improves. So, I mean, that can't be an actual fact of reality, but that's how the machine is doing it. Machine on, bad air quality. Machine off, good air quality. Machine back on again, bad air quality. So it graphs it like that on the app. Now, at the moment, this is current. So, it's currently 17 degrees. Oh, just changed. 18 degrees inside our house. 78% humidity. Auckland's very humid. And up here you've got the outside air quality. So the readings on there, you've got particle size here on the right, which is PM 2.5, which is an international unit, and so that's the amount of particles that are over that size, I think, in the air per whatever. I'm not up on all of that. 93% humidity, 16 degrees Celsius, and an air quality index which goes from 0 to 100, 100 being good, 0 being absolutely awful. The lowest I've seen that drop to is 54, which is quite bad. I'm quite surprised about that, but it is winter here, people lighting fires, that sort of thing. Now that is nothing to do, I don't know where that sensor is. It's some sensor that the Dyson is getting through the internet somewhere, of some sensor somewhere in Auckland, so it's not directly proportionate to where we live in the outside of our house or anything. Now, so we're on fair at the moment. This button here brings up the remote control. Also got the remote control here, of course. So on the remote control, you've got power button, cold, hot, and that's up and down on the heat, up and down on the fan. Auto, which is the mode we have it in most of the time. It's the best mode for purifying. It will ramp it up when it needs, ramp up the fan when it needs to, and cut it off when it doesn't need it. Oscillation, direction of airflow, either straight out the front in a jet or diffused. A timer, which I haven't really used yet but will come in handy, and night mode, which dims the light on the front of the machine and also just keeps the fan level lower so it doesn't wake you up. So on here we're currently off. Let's turn it on to auto. The machine is directly in front of the camera. You'll probably just heard it turn on. So on the remote you've got the on off and auto. You've got the fan speed, which you can't change if it's in auto. You've got whether you want it on hot or cold, the temperature you want it set at, anywhere between nothing and 37 degrees Celsius. Presumably in America it's in a Fahrenheit measurement. Oscillation on or off, jets focus, timer's off, nighttime off. So now that the machine's running, let's just have a look. We're on fair still. Now I've got it running on hot, but I've got it running on hot and it's set on 17 degrees. So if the temperature is above 17 degrees, the heat will not go. It's got a thermostat in that regard. So it'll just be a low fan basically running. So let's have a look at the unit now, where it is. Okay, so let's take this sticker option. It's better. So on the front of the unit here, you can see 17 degrees. The red circle means it's on heating, blue if it's on cooling. The little circle up there is not 17 degrees. It's basically, that little degree symbol is white if it's above 17 degrees. If it's heating and so it's below 17 degrees, that will be red. Then you've got an A here, which is, just listen to little Jack Sparrow there having a sing. He's still inside. The A there is for auto. That goes green when the air is pure as it gets, so if it cuts off that goes green, and above that you've got the little symbol to say you're connected to the Wi-Fi. You don't have to have the Wi-Fi and that on your phone, but it's quite cool, and it means you can turn the thing on and off when you're not even home. So if you wanted to start heating the house 10 minutes, half an hour, whatever before you get home, you can turn it on from somewhere else. Or if you know somebody's in your house, which I've done several times so far, and you're not there, you can turn it on and freak them out. So now I'm going to set this to cold, and I'm going to wave my hand by the sensor, and you're going to see how quick the sensor reacts and starts ramping up because of poor air quality. Just get the app ready here. So we're still on fair at the moment, so I'll just put it on to cooling. So the number 4 there is the fan speed. The fans go from 0 to 10, 10 being full blast. So
So now I'm just going to wave my hand behind the sensor here, and we should see this change almost instantly. Okay, the fan speed's picked up, fan's up to 7, which means we must be at poor air quality now. App still hasn't updated yet. Nice little song, Jack. Taking a while to update. A little bit quicker than that. Fan now, as you can see, is up to 8. There we go, the app's just changed to 4. Basically, just waving your hand around behind it sets it off. So if you're moving around in a room all the time, basically the fan is just going full blast. So I'm not sure if that's a good thing or not. But what I'm most interested in, as this is to try and catch Straubs' dust, is how good that filter is. Let's just turn it off. I'm going to remove the filter and bang it out here on the bench and see how much dust comes out of it, if any. So we can get this in shot. To take the filter off, you push down on the buttons on each side and lift up, like so. So there's the filter, expensive wee filter. Now there's some arrow indicators on the inside here where you just push down to pop out the filter. At least I think that's what you do. Like so. Okay, so there's your filter. A rough looking bit there. So join. Right, so I'm now going to bang it out on the bench and just see if we get any dust out of it. So it's about 10 days we've had this. It hasn't been running all the time, of course. The most we've had it running in one day was 12 hours. Some days it hasn't run at all because I've just been testing to see in different areas of the house how it goes up and down with the sensor. So anyway, let's just well, hardly anything came out of there. A little bit of dust has come out. Now I don't know whether that means it hasn't picked up much or it's holding it all in there and caught it all in there nice and tight. And you won't be able to clean it, you'll have to just throw it away once it's full of rubbish. But hard to know. Anyway, I'll do an update on this video in another few weeks once I've really worked it all out and seen how much difference it makes with Straubs' dust. To be honest, the bench in that is looking better. If I had this running all the time, I'm sure it would do quite a good job and there'd be a lot less dust. But I'm still trying to work out the best place to have it and, you know, somewhere that doesn't annoy Straubs and don't want it running, you know, just trying to work out the best level to have it just slowly going if possible so that it just keeps the air quality good. So, that's that. Dyson Pure Hot and Cold Link Air Purifier Heater Cooler. Now by cooler it is just a fan. It's not cooling as such. Hey, that's weird, the thing's turned off. But I can still feel air coming out of here. But it's definitely turned off. So it's just that tiny little bit of airflow so that it can keep the sensor running. This clips on and off extremely easily. So that, as I say, is the Dyson hot and cold air purifier. Cooling is just a fan. Heating up to 37 degrees, quite warm. It's good, you know, for a light the fire. Sometimes stick it on just to give the room a bit of a boost when waiting for the fire to kick in. Yeah, so I'll give you an update on it again soon. Until then, thanks for watching, and back to booty videos after this. See you later.